We back at it. We back at it, y'all. Took us a while to get here. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Always some problem. Need to. But where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And we always make do. Locked in with your boy. Edition. Didn't Not sure necessarily what's going on with the weather and connection around us, but we will make do what we gotta do. Now, I believe that before I left, we was talking about a number of things, and again, just the reminder of tonight's episode and its appropriate title, which is "I'm trying to get healthy," and now we got doo-doo in the salad. Soon as you try to start getting your life right, like salad. This is dog feces. Unbelievable. It's like, how does this man? I heard they blaming Trump. I wouldn't be surprised. Soon as you try to start getting your life right. But don't worry, y'all. Main lettuce. Just hold off for a little bit. Just hold on. We're going home. That's that old Drake. I got my eye on you. We move on. We were discussing some bald-headed foolishness between Dame Dash and Kev on stage. We were kind of talking about the response to the backlash or whatever you want to call it from the Jay-Z concert and people questioning, did Jay to say that the baddest Milan and Reasonable Digital I'm combining things. And DJ Miss Milan of the Reasonable, they held an event, a toast, a Jay-Z toast event, playing some of his clips or footage from the event. I said, oh, what did Shanae say? Well, looky. Because there was nothing but baddies in there singing H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. Singing, you don't know what you do. Singing, Hola Ovito. Nothing but the finest assistants. So I don't know what the internet is trying to do, trying to push this narrative, but let it go. If it ain't gonna love you the way you should, then let it go. A fan of Jay-Z could be. I saw Carrie Champion and Jamel Hill on their podcast talking about how Jay-Z had men in a trance. I just shout out to them because they're great journalists. I just hate the fact that all of the narratives somehow have to, even when joking, have to be pitting men versus women. It's like everybody was in there. Pull up on screen, either one of us. That being said, it ain't no hate, ain't no shade, because I love Carrie, the originator. I was about to leg like Carrie Champion. And Jamel Hill, the micro braid community, Michael Smith. But yes, everybody that is a fan of Jay-Z and by some account is a person that associates themselves or relates to hustle culture, savvy, just knowing that is women. And now more than ever, as dominate business in their own, his approach for many, not all, symbolizes society. So players do. Joe, I know we've had several, but still I rise. Virtual, excuse my language. I was looking at some of the comments from TikTok. You're a hero. And then a hero. About to change his name to Bam Bam Bigelow out this piece. But yes, we talked about the Bam Adebayo and the ball-headed logic last week. We talked about you needing some discipline. But let's move on and let's kick it off with tonight's ball-headed logic. And tonight's ball-headed logic is still simple, yet so deviant. And the ball-headed logic being good, but leaning to the from Vampire in Brooklyn when he said evil is good. But no, being good ain't good enough. And what we mean by that, I know it's in this world that we live in this era of constant messaging on social media, content creators, as a full and honest with you, be coddled. It's okay to have to take breaks and offers balance. A podcast talking about, we always talking about sleep is the cousin of death. Top tier, my boy Fatir, one of the best producers out. Shout out my boy. Have these different messages. We do need to balance. We do need rest. We do need to, which requires taking a moment to just gather ourselves. These are all important things that we need to do. But I think the thing is, in the midst of that, just understanding what it is that we're seeking out of life. And if we're seeking greatness, if we're seeking being extraordinary, unique, then we have to understand that sometimes being good ain't good enough. It's a space in which you have to work. You have to bust your ass. You have to give 100. Sometimes you have to give 110. And in those moments when you don't feel like doing things, when you don't feel like working and working your ass off, understanding that somebody else of short attention span in this microwave industry, this microwave society, is that I'm good though. And sometimes I just want to be good. It's not gonna cut it. Got the homie Chris Patrick, and I can't help also, having the chance to actually, manifested a collaboration or A&R, if you will, a collaboration between him and my artist post that kind of talked about me, but it's just saying like you need to determine what you're really trying to do. What are you really trying to get out of this life? Are you trying to chill or are you trying to be great? Because if you are, that's going to result in you pushing yourself beyond the norm, pushing yourself beyond the average day to day. And that you just gotta be okay with that. Here in life that we really, really want, but then we don't want to put the work in for it. We don't want to reach for the levels that it's gonna take to get. Can't do it. Won't do it. I found a quote. He said you either increase your sacrifice or you decrease your desire. Make up your mind. Increase your sacrifice. If you're seeking to give a being good ain't good enough. Mornings. I joke with y'all a lot. I reference the baddies very often, but I think about it very, very often when I see some of the top tier baddies, the elite, being in the music. The most attractive women are the women that are behind the scenes. Y'all looking at the R&B singers, and they bad. The damn the director of artist development. You know what I mean? The playlist curator, the creative development. They not tolerating no bullshit from you. You in the crib scratching your ass? No. First of all, one thing I learned, shout out to, right? But extending that for the see you as the leader, especially to my artists, for those that want somebody to follow them, to look at them beyond my cousin, beyond the person I used to work with, you gotta go to new heights. And we ain't talking about selling your soul. We just talking about putting in the work, giving your all. So certain things, when you see certain people interacting with others, when you see people blessing, obviously you gotta have faith and you gotta believe. But above all, you got to put in the work, and you don't got to take in your day to day. And checking out some new music, I wanted to highlight a record from the latest EP of one of the best. Just EP is called 20 something. I've been off of is Love's Gone. If you're rocking with it. Now the UK has been really just yeah. I know this ain't the right time, but and Caitlin Clark out here screaming on people as always. I really would like to know, just out of curiosity, because we have refs of all different races and creeds, and as a referee you have to have a level of kind of restraint, but it ain't going. I'll take it off of Caitlin Clark because I don't want the incels in my face, but I just don't understand how any ref just allows players to just be hauling off, going crazy in their face. Like, you're not going to yell at me. Like, I'm a grown ass man. And you need to be a person that can handle your goddamn emotions. It's like, yo, the clip that I'm looking at, the guy said, man, give that joke. He used another word, but he said, man, give that girl a tech. The boo. They be tripping, bro. And then you just building up a monster. We've seen it. Not to put, not to be kicking in the referees, coaches, leagues. It's like, yo, somebody got to do something. Shout out DJ. Is your name DJ Fart in the Club? Hilarious. So my YouTube crowd be crazy. Now, the interesting thing will be we can't allow for the internet to generate a flagrant foul for Alyssa Thomas, but then when this woman is clearly cutting up and screaming, acting like she ain't got no sense to be yelling in the face of the ref, and she don't get. It's absurd. Like I said, vibing to this Jazz Caris. I really like this EP. She got a couple of records on here. The Not For You record is playing right now. Love's Gone. Her big song, Life Is Unfair, that's on here too. But she's just a like genuinely talented artist. So, you know, hopefully y'all get to check out the record and vibe with it. But let's move on. Speaking of the WNBA, I gotta play this clip for y'all, man. It's a little, excuse the explicit language in advance, but so y'all know I'm a person of the parlay variety, and I happen to really thoroughly enjoy betting on the WM. Say it with me, prosperous for your boy. But everybody doesn't always have this luck. And one thing that I've seen is people that result in actually DMing or messaging the players. It's like it's a bit extreme. Now, some players smoke, and she recently responding, which I have to share with y'all so y'all can see. Y'all take a look at this foolishness here. Let's see. Let's play this. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me unmute this.
Just putting hard earn. That's a voice message. Hey, bitch. You don't play for Chicago, so I can't even come to a game and smack the slap or dyke ass. But listen though, motherfuckers put hard-earned money from my job on your ass. For you to get two assists, bitch. And your ass out there, you only got one assist. How the fuck you a point guard? Rebounding. Fuck is you out there for?
Language, y'all. Bless him, Lord. Forgive the language, y'all. Forgive the language in advance, but I'm crying. Yo, do you realize how DM to a player for not cashing your parlay? Come on, y'all. Come on. And then be disrespectful. You're not even, you know what I mean, hey man, yo, I know you better than this. I know you could get the parlay. No, you out here wild. The kids. But this is what you asked for. This is what you wanted. Y'all gotta chill, man. But honestly, as I said, as while it has been prosperous for me, I also recognize and understand its detriment, and gambling has done some nasty work to the game. And obviously, it's legalized now. I can only imagine what it was doing when they was throwing you in the river like they did Claude and Ray in Life. Couldn't pay your money back. I can only imagine that. It's bad enough now. It was bad when the referees was fixing the game. And now we dealing with my boy Malik Beasley. Let me not disrespect Mike. Malik Beasley. Chauncey Billups. All these other players throwing games. It's like, bro, it's nasty work out here. But to bet and lose your bet and decide, you know what, let me go out here and cuss out one of the WNBA players. You're doing too much. Doing too much. Acting crazy. Now, talking about segment of the show, but I know y'all saw this clip of the Yellowstone National Park. Gave my man the Roman Reigns the edge. Gave him the Goldberg. Let me bring this clip over so y'all can see, because it got real. We'll bring it in right here. Y'all take a look at this craziness. This is why, let me just say this while I have the opportunity. Stay your ass in safe vicinities. Y'all ready? Are you ready? You. Let me bring over. I'm doing too much. Forgive me, y'all. Oh, I'm tripping. Where the sound, baby? I need y'all to hear the sound of this when he knock my boy into next week. All right. Ooh, dag! Oh. Bruh. Y'all listen. Stay away. Into next week. Yo. Oh my God. Man. It's no way. It's no way that I will be out there. Oh, but as far as people's, bro, what we doing? And Tiger go Tiger, now you mad. Because he done sent you spiraling. So, man, we've been on here for a while. Let's enjoy the rest. And then finish off with Ceddy's recipes. All right. Now, the player of the week goes to my fellow streamer, Adrian Broner. Currently exploits as a streamer and the reason I'm highlighting the pop to slim down and all that, looks, out of shape, like training, he in the gym, it's inspiring, is needed, because your boy somebody just get to it, my workout before the stream. That's why he booked. Necessary to we show the joking, the laughing, the foolishness, but we also got to show the as Floyd Mayweather like to say, hard work, dedication. So shout out to AB for getting back to work and just putting in the time. Looking forward to seeing you getting back into fighting shape. You know what I mean? So now for the baddie of the week, my favorites, the favorite, Bae'ja Wilson, and her recent selection as the ESPN, the SB Player of the Year, Best WNBA Player. She was selected, and I mean, it just makes sense. Defensive Player of the Year, WNBA Champion, the MVP from my girl, Nafisa Bay, Nafisa Collier, but Asia just does what she does continuously. And might I add, the new A2s they fire. You know what I mean? To just have amazing colorways, dope sneakers. The clip that I sneakers is just clean. I'll show y'all the green ones that she got. Cause I'm like, damn, yo, these is heat. I got just really heat right now in the streets. She been posting the AKA colors, and I'm like, damn, bro. First of all, she heat, but bam, off the sneakers. But these is clean. Those A joints give you a fire colorway. She gonna give you. Shout out to her, and shout out to her for her recent selection as the best WNBA player as well. Now, Cheek the Prophet for some time now. He was about to finish off the Player of the Week. Had a great show yesterday out in LA. Performed at Powerhouse, I believe is how you pronounce it. And had a show, was supporting Aaron Doucette. Shout out my boy AD, my fellow brother of Money Talks enthusiast, but also a great R&B. Nice turnout, nice crowd, and performed some of their dope records. And I'm proud of Cheek for his continued growth, one as an artist, but also balancing this as a husband and father. And if you know about having a family, it is very, very difficult to manage your business, but your individual purpose and your career. It is very challenging to do, to provide and then still, you know what I mean, reach new levels. So shout out to him. But the show was great and got out. You need to be at the Cheek the Prophet show with Payday LA. Shout out my boy Prez, and at the Hotel Zig that. But let's finish up the show, y'all, with Ceddy's recipe. It's been a great show. I know we've been having some technical difficulties. Definitely gonna prepare for that for later on. We're gonna run it back with another show this week, but let's finish the show strong with Ceddy's recipes. And Ceddy's recipe, one of my favorite segments, where we highlight a norm and tradition and culture, of our culture, a norm, a tradition of yesteryear that we want to bring back for the future, for the young kids to continue to promote. Now, tonight's clip is the love letter. Tonight's recipe is the love letter. Yes, the love letter. Gotta harmonize it. Yo, before Aaliyah, we was writing these love letters, but of course she popularized it, making a song out of it. And man, listen, when you was feeling the baddie, or when you got your baddie, first thing, man, you had to write them a letter, had to profess your love, whether it was short form or long. You let them know how you really feel. Gave space for them to be able to respond back. And nothing felt better than when you got a note, shorty telling you, yeah, you know, I like you too. Now, the check yes or no is a tale from yesteryear, which is a little bit before my time. Do you like me? Check yes or no, or check 1 for yes or 2 for no. Like, that's a little bit before my personal time. I made sure I delivered quality words. I told you how I felt, and I put it poetically. Now, you eventually graduate from that. That's instead if you got, you know, if you had game or if you maintain writing letters in the relationship. Now, I come from a time when you couldn't always have your phone away at your job. When I had, you would send messages, and then also I come from an era which I'll save that when you couldn't always be using your phone. We gonna bring that back for another recipe. But pen, which still, hey, did numbers in the streets when you wrote a love letter, pen to paper, pen to pad. But writing the email, writing the message via AIM, writing a Facebook message, writing a message on MySpace, Black Planet if you divulged. And I'm telling you, when you wrote a long form letter and you got to get all your emotions out, it was special. If you tell her you've been thinking about her and that you want to make it right, that got you back in the door. Because sometimes she ain't want to hear you, but she could still. When you got the chance, it's from experience. This is telling her how she spend that. Nah, I'm joking. But just, yeah, getting a chance to make it up, and or you hadn't been able to talk to your lady extended for a while, and you just wanted to write her. It was like, yo, it was special times. Hey man, if you want to set yourself apart from the lames, write a little note to your. Don't write no passionate letter to somebody else. Put a little small note. Hey, was thinking of you. Oh, you know, would love to see you, or what have you. Whatever you want to write. I can't give you all the keys. You know. So I can't give you the whole shebang. I'm not Manish. All right. But love letter, man. Definitely a classic. All right. Now, this concludes. Hope y'all rocked out. Appreciate all those who did. If you didn't get a chance, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you tap in. If you're on Instagram, follow your boy at Ceddy P. And just continue to rock with me, man. We're going to have more content now. I'm going to drop this ball-headed logic for y'all and continue to get the show going and taking it to places of newfound heights. But I love y'all, for real. Appreciate everything that y'all do. But until later, keep it real.